You ever wake up, and before you even move, the first voice you hear is your doubt. It whispers, "Stay in bed. You're not ready. You don't have what it takes." And before the day even begins, you've already lost half the battle. See, most people don't realize the greatest war you'll ever fight isn't out there. It's in here, inside your mind. That quiet battlefield where one voice tells you you can, and another voice, cold, familiar, tells you you can't. And the saddest thing is, most people never kill that voice. They feed it. They let it grow. They let it sit behind the steering wheel of their life. And then they wonder why they keep crashing. But not you. Not anymore. Because today, I'm not here to inspire you. I'm here to wake you up, to make you face the enemy that's been living rent-free in your head. Negative thinking is a disease you can't see, but it spreads faster than any virus. You catch it from people who gave up. You inherit it from fear. You hear it in the way society tells you, be realistic. Lower your expectations. Don't dream too big. But you see, every realistic person you know once looked up to someone who refused to be realistic. You think Denzel Washington made it by being realistic? You think Oprah, Kobe, or Muhammad Ali listened to their doubts? No. They had the same fears you do. The same noise, the same shadows. They just refused to let their thoughts become their master. See, negative thinking doesn't need your permission to visit, but it does need your participation to stay. It's like an uninvited guest. It knocks on your door every morning. You decide whether you let it in, or whether you say, not today. Most people don't know this. Your mind will lie to you to keep you safe. It'll whisper, don't try that, it's risky. Don't speak up, you might fail. Don't dream too big, you'll embarrass yourself. But that's not protection. That's imprisonment. See, your brain is designed to protect you from pain, not to push you toward greatness. That's why success requires rebellion. You've got to rebel against your old wiring. You've got to challenge your own thoughts. You've got to look in the mirror and say, I am not my fear. Because that's the secret. The person who controls your thoughts controls your future. And if you let your negative thinking run wild, you're not just killing your dreams. You're killing the version of you that was born to lead, to create, to inspire, to change the game. Let me tell you a story. A farmer had two seeds. One he planted in good soil, under the sunlight. The other, he left in the dark, surrounded by weeds. Months passed. One seed grew tall, green, alive. The other, it never even broke the surface. Now both seeds had potential. Both had power, but only one was given the right environment to grow. Your mind works the same way. Every thought you think is a seed. If you plant doubt, fear, and negativity, don't be surprised when your life looks like a wasteland. But if you plant faith, gratitude, and belief, you'll start to see something bloom. You'll start to see life move again. You can't harvest positivity from a negative mind. It just doesn't work that way. I want you to try something. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, before you grab your phone, before you scroll through everyone else's highlight reel, I want you to go stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eye and say this: I'm done letting negativity run my life. Say it again, louder. Mean it. Because that reflection staring back at you, that's the only person standing between you and your best life. You can change your clothes, change your friends, change your job. But until you change your mindset, you'll always go back to the same place. Your life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by change. And that change begins the moment you take authority over your thoughts. Let's be real for a second. Negative thinking doesn't just make you sad. It blinds you. It blocks opportunity. It turns blessings into burdens and miracles into problems. It tells you, I'll never make it. I'm too old. It's too late. And while you're busy rehearsing your excuses, someone else out there is living your dream. Because they didn't wait for confidence to show up. They acted in spite of fear. They moved while scared. They believed while doubting. And every time they heard that little voice say, "You can't," they replied, "Watch me." See, faith doesn't erase fear. It overrides it. If you want to change your life, you have to stop feeding your mind poison. Stop replaying your mistakes. Stop romanticizing your pain. Stop giving your past the power to define your future. Negative thinking is like drinking salt water. The more you consume, the thirstier you become. And before you know it, you're drowning in your own thoughts. So, how do you kill negative thinking? You don't fight it. You replace it. You replace every "I can't" with "I will." Every "what if I fail" with "what if I fly." Every "I'm not enough" with "I'm becoming more every day." Because the mind doesn't understand the difference between reality and repetition. Whatever you tell it consistently, it starts to believe. Speak faith. Speak vision. Speak purpose, even when you don't feel it. Because feelings follow focus. If you focus on fear, you'll feel fear. If you focus on growth, you'll feel growth. It's that simple. You've got to train your mind like an athlete trains their body. Daily reps, daily discipline, daily declarations. I am strong. I am focused. I am enough. I am moving forward. Say it until your subconscious starts to agree. Say it until doubt starts to lose its voice. Say it until your reality starts to shift around your belief. Here's what most people miss. Negative thinking doesn't disappear when life gets better. Life gets better when negative thinking disappears. Perspective is power. Two people can go through the same storm. One comes out broken, the other comes out stronger. The difference? Their mindset. When you shift how you see things, the things you see begin to shift. You can see failure as final, or as feedback. You can see rejection as a wound, or as redirection. You can see your past as a prison, or as a lesson that prepared you for purpose. When you start to see pain as training instead of punishment, you begin to rise differently. You begin to walk with that quiet confidence that says, "I've been through hell, and I'm still here." You want to kill negative thinking? Start by mastering your perspective. Start by asking, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" Because growth never happens by accident. It happens when you decide to find purpose in pain. So here's my challenge to you. The next time that voice of doubt starts to whisper, when it tells you you're not enough, not ready, not qualified, I want you to pause, take a breath, and answer it with action. Because you can't think your way into confidence. You act your way into confidence. And once you take that step, once you move despite fear, that voice gets weaker every single time. You've got one life, one shot, one story to tell. Don't let negativity be the narrator. It's time to rewrite your story, to rise above the noise, to feed your faith and starve your fear. Because the world doesn't need another person trapped by their thoughts. It needs a light. It needs a fighter. It needs someone who's been through the storm and decided to shine anyway. And that someone is you. So today, kill your negative thinking. Kill the excuses. Kill the self-doubt. And start building the mindset of a winner. Because once your mind is free, your future is unstoppable. You were born with greatness inside you. It's time to act like it. Every morning you wake up, you've got two choices. Feed your fear or feed your faith. One will chain you, the other will change you. So look in that mirror and make a decision. No more negative thinking. No more playing small. No more living beneath your potential. It's time to rise. Time to fight. Time to believe. Because the greatest victory isn't winning against the world. It's winning against yourself. And when that day comes, when your mind finally bows to your spirit, you'll realize something powerful. You were never fighting against negativity. You were fighting for your destiny. Now go and win that war.